Hi everyone, and welcome to another edition of Friday Fun with the Association for the Arts in Mount Pearl, and we're partnering with the City of Mount Pearl for this Friday Fun series. This week we're going to be playing some drawing games. Now I've seen these in lots of different places and you can download them from all kinds of places on the internet, but the place I found that had them all together was this book called Tangle Art and Drawing Games for Kids by Jeanette Nyberg. And I highly recommend this. There's all kinds of cool things in it. And today we're going to be doing 4 different games from this book. So I'm Christine Hennebury. You probably recognize my voice from lots of AAMP videos already. And I have 2 of our other video stars with us this afternoon. So I have Lucy and Nicole. We hope you've been trying all these things and having lots of fun. And today we're doing drawing games, and you can do this in lots of ways. These games can be done, you can do them by yourself, like a drawing prompt. You can do them with other people. If you're with someone in the same room, you've got other people in your bubble. The names of the 4 drawing games you're going to be playing, we're going to play one all together, and then we're each going to do a separate one. I've put those all in a little tin here, and I'm going to draw one out. Monster lines. What you do with monster lines, just for starters, if you're playing it at home, what you would do is you'd make a line like this. You make a line like this on the paper, on a piece of paper. So you just draw a line with all kinds of weird bumps in it.
Okay.
And so if you can do that, Lucy and Nicole, if you can draw a line with bumps in it, I'm using crayon and paper.
So I am doing mine with whiteboard, dry eraser, and dry erase markers. It's so important that you do dry erase markers, not permanent or anything else. And a dry erase board, it's not hard to get. In fact, if you have even a white plastic plate, that's a dry erase board for you. Let's see how it goes.
Handy dandy clipboard that my brother made for me because he's awesome. And I'm using paper and markers.
So draw your line and then add your monsters.
I'm gonna use black, and then I'm gonna just switch it up with different colors. I think for each monster.
Here we go. So I'm going to show you my monsters. Here's my monsters, all in green.
Oh, that's really neat. They're very, very, very animated.
I'm gonna add some more details maybe as I go here. I didn't realize how fast I was going, so I'm gonna give them some dots and stuff.
I mean, I think I realized I did a lot of pointed, a lot of pointed type of things going some underneath the line stuff too, because they don't have very much space for their faces.
It just means we get to get creative.
That's true.
Exactly.
Maybe I got it. There we go. How about we do this for this guy?
It's a beauty here that you can't do it wrong. There's no way to do this wrong because we're just having fun with it.
Yeah. Okay. Mustard. We'll see what happens here. It's like giving a big old roar. Very strange.
What color next? Blue. Oh, cool. I like that one, Nicole.
You like that? Yeah, I
That's
realized
great.
I was like, well, all of them were front on, and I was like, well, how about they're moving? And so this guy is kind of like, that reminds me of, from the movie Beetlejuice.
Oh, the sandworms.
Yeah.
Totally.
And I'm even going to give him some stripes. I'm actually going to add another monster line because I feel like there's not much else with white space down here, and let's see what happens. I've got a couple of more ideas. Our favorite thing to do is to use whiteboards. It's like charade games or like creative games, which we might be exploring at some point, I believe, through these videos, is comic jams. It's an opportunity to like draw something, and then the next person adds to it, and the next person adds to it, and then at the end of it, you have this really cool comic that everybody had a hand in.
What you're reminding me of with the whiteboard is when my kids were small and we go on a road trip, we used to play a squiggle game, and I would draw a squiggle on each of their whiteboards and hand them back to them in the back seat. and they had to make a scene around the squiggle, and then they would add a squiggle and I would add to their scene, and we'd pass it back and forth. My husband was driving and I was in charge of entertaining. That's just so you know, no one was in peril.
That's an excellent division of labor, though.
And Lucy's doing great there.
Neat.
It just shows how important it is that creativity is for everyone, and you can do art in your own way.
That's a really good point. I like to see what other people do because that gives you great ideas.
I love the eyebrows on that puffy-haired one, Lucy.
Oh,
That's
Very cool.
now we're going to do an individual prompt. Lucy, you're going to be making fish loops. Fish loops.
All right.
Now, so here's what you do. You make a loop shape like this. I kind of made a mistake over here, but I ran with it. So I just made a loop shape like this, and now Lucy's going to do one sort of like this, and then turn each loop into a fish. So Nicole, you're going to do egghead. And so
Egghead.
and this is your prompt, so you don't have to do this many. I am going to do a hand monster, which works out marvelously because I love to draw monsters. Basically, you just put your hand on a sheet of paper and draw it. You see, my paper wasn't big enough for my hand.
A order first. You're right. So let's put all of them in there.
I feel like this is a three-eyed monster.
Doing both of mine on the same sheet because it was big enough.
Oh, I didn't give that monster a mouth. I'm going to give him an elaborate mustache. There. This one I'll give an elaborate mustache. That one is going to have 3 spots. No more, no less. And,
It's a good number, 3.
You know, my sister Denise says that you want to put in an odd number in your art because it tells the person who's looking at it that there's room for them.
And I mean, that is like an art concept that's taught to use odd numbers of things, that it's more attractive to humans to have odd numbers of
Really?
things.
I had no idea. That's pretty cool.
And this hand monster has a wing. There. And a bow tie, because that goes together, right? Bow tie and ball cap.
Very stylish. Hard time choosing my next color. There's so many good ones that I don't want to leave the rest out.
I'm only doing black, but I'm gonna go back and maybe color them with the markers.
I'm finished mine. So there we go. Here's my hand monsters in just green. There.
Oh, I like it.
This is so cool to be able to see you both working away there.
Yeah. It looks well. Interesting to be able to play with the space. Like, they're all the same space, but then all of a sudden, depending on what you put in them, they're completely different creations that come from it. I think that's pretty cool. But they all fit together somewhat.
Maybe they're not on Earth.
Definitely not on Earth, no.
Okay, whew.
Lucky.
Oh, look at those fancy fish.
Oh, wow.
We got some fancy fins here. All right, one more color. Blue.
Yeah, I think blue. I really hope that everyone who watches the video takes a few minutes and tries one of these games or tries them all. It would be really fun for everyone to try that. Do this. Post your picture in the comments so we can see and tell you how cool it is.
Absolutely.
We already know how cool it's going to be.
I'm adding the color. I'm taking forever, but it's really fun. I find it really relaxing too.
Yes.
Every time I do a new character, it's like, oh, well, what could this character be? Where are they from?
Personality and
personality.
You instantly that thumb monster, even though they were wearing a ball cap, that they were also the kind of monster who would wear a bow tie with that with the ball cap.
I know some people like that, actually.
Yeah.
I'm done with my fishes.
Oh, very nice.
Nicole, yours looks awesome too.
I love it. Oh, they're quite the characters
like-
here. They're quite a story.
Yep, definitely. I
it's
want to
very
know
pretty.
what threw them all in together.
It may not have been by
Hmm.
choice, but more of a chance thing. But they're learning to live together.
Yeah,
It looks like a show that I should watch.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah.
Now that we've all created some marvelous artwork, I'm going to hold up mine too. Inviting everyone who watches this to create some themselves and share it in the comments if you feel comfortable, but don't feel any pressure because your creativity is all about you. It serves you best and lets you have the most fun. And whether you're using recycled paper like I am, or a whiteboard, or paper on a clipboard, or fancy art paper, whatever you do, the only wasted paper is paper that stays in the drawer. So you have fun with it and play with your creativity, and we'll see you again soon with a whole new video full of fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Had a great time. Thank you.